The lush farming lands of Narrabri in northern New South Wales, where irrigation helps feed the nation.
So both my husband and I are fifth-generation farmers. We grow potatoes, 50 million spuds a year, 1 million kilograms of peanuts and enough wheat and other grains for 3.5 million loaves of bread. Well, we'd be in a lot of trouble. Certainly our contracts for...
But like most of her neighbours, Sarah Saselka is staunchly opposed to plans by Santos to mine coal seam gas from the Pilliga forest next door. Local farmers depend on the water they pump from under the ground to irrigate their crops, and they're greatly concerned about the impact of the project.
Neither Santos, the New South Wales government, the federal government, nobody can satisfy us that our groundwater and thus our livelihoods will not be endangered.
It's not just underground water that's a worry. When gas is extracted, it brings salt and other toxic minerals to the surface to be stored in holding ponds.
The amount of water that's spilled on this area here must have been huge compared with what they tell us.
Local farmer Stuart Murray points to a spill from a storage pond in 2011 as an example of what can happen when things go wrong. Back then, the project was run by another company, Eastern Star Gas, which didn't report the spill and soon after sold the project to Santos.
It was impossible for the amount that they were talking about to have done an area of 3.5 hectares and killed it for 5 years.
There have been a string of other water spills and leaks. A record 21,000 submissions have been lodged over the company's environmental impact statement. It's been the race to export gas that's seen the big three, Santos, Shell and Origin, crisscross Queensland with coal seam fracking wells to fill this huge export terminal at Gladstone. But they still need more gas to export, and the result has been a shortage for Australia's own market.
Well, it's ludicrous, isn't it? What country does that?
It's been a debacle, both at a federal and a state level. We've seen this coming for a long time. Governments have been ill-advised, and they've been slow to act, and it's really taken a crisis for us to get to the point where the federal government has been willing to act.
This week here, it's about 6 or 7 weeks away from harvest.
In Narrabri, Sarah Saselka warns governments not to blame the farmers.
We're essentially being made the scapegoat for successive governments' failure on energy policy.
In Narrabri, angry farmers are gearing up for a fight they're vowing to win no matter what.
This is about more than money. This is about the things that are priceless: clean air, clean water and land to grow clean, healthy food.